Hi everyone. I haven't been blogging for a while now. Just got back from vacation, overseas vacation from Thailand. I had a good time there, and we built a new house, and also we had a little garden. So we planted some herbs over there, basils and avocado and eggplants, things like that. So, enjoy food over there. And we took a few trips there, and the weather was hot and humid, but it was nice at night and early morning. We lived about 2 hours north of Bangkok in a city called Lopburi. Anyway, I just want to share my feelings and, thoughts a little bit on, uh, you know, Robin Williams passing, I guess a couple of days ago. It was a shock, and I do enjoy his movies and his jokes, and it's very sad, and I guess from what I have read, there were many reasons why he that caused him to commit suicide. I guess one of them is depression, maybe his family and divorces, and and his finance, and also the big thing I heard that he went rehabs. So that's the main thing I want to talk about. About doing drug. To me, there's no good reason. I mean, I understand people get depressed. I do get depressed, but I have uh, better ways of doing it instead of you know, doing drug or alcohol, I think that's definitely gonna ruin somebody's life. It's not gonna be the correct fix. I mean, people want quick fix, and that's actually playing with fire. It's actually mask the bad thing that that drug can bring, and the addiction and things like that. So definitely do not play with fire with your life, or your your friend's life, or or whatever. um, I will again, highly recommend it anybody doing drug to stop right now before it's too late. It's of course you heard this many times, but you have to really make that realization, and commitment to actually stay clean. Anyway, the second thing is that as people were doing better financially, um, getting more fame, and and a lot of good things coming around, people tend to start buying stuff and doing a lot of crazy stuff, because they appear their income is really increasing. They have a lot of money, and they might get into too much leverage, or liability, buying properties and things like that, and without proper management, you can become strapped into debts, and I mean to payments, and liabilities. I think that's might be one of the reasons Robin Williams kind of ran into difficulties. Anyway, so you want to make sure you build enough cash reserve, and try to live a simple life. I mean, you can buy stuff, but don't go too crazy. That become unmanageable, and you growing. You're buying stuff. I mean, in I guess like big real estate, in that you don't have experience with, or you have no clear exit strategy, how you're going to deal with it, if your financial situation changes, I mean, can you handle it? I think that was the problem, with the last housing crash. People didn't realize that they shouldn't get into buying those houses, because they don't have enough um, they don't have ability to actually maintain, or pay make payments at higher interest rate, things like that. So and the next thing is that when you get depressed, there are so many things you can do. I mean, you can, for me, I mean, I try to do meditation, breathing meditation, every day. Or you can do yoga, you can do exercise, but don't do drug, I mean, or alcohol, please. That's crazy. I mean, even though a lot of people do it, doesn't make it right. You have to realize that, because just because people are doing it is not right. So, and you want to hang around with you know right people, good friends who give you good advice, who support you. You don't hang around with drunken friends, or drug addict, and people just want to party and had a good time all the time, and not not being responsible, you know. So you want to be in the right environment, especially when if you have kids. Of course, you want to make sure they don't hang around with wrong people and doing all of this when they were young, you know. So and in our society, we definitely we in consuming society, product consuming society, and we have so much junks that we put in the garage, meaning that we are not um, uh, intelligently spend our money. Actually, we waste a lot of money. We buy stuff that we don't really fully utilize. Maybe just for a little bit, and then they become no use. I mean, for example, like cell phone. I know a lot of people. Upgrade their cell phone every 1 or 2 years. I mean, to me that's crazy. Unless you really need those features, most people just need basic functions. I keep my phone for many years. I mean, maybe 2 3 years or whatever. Same with cars. I keep my car, Japanese car, as long as it can run and the maintenance doesn't go too crazy. That so live frugally. You don't want to go too crazy and become wasteful. That's the term. Don't be wasteful because it's bad. Just because you have money, just because you can buy, stuff, that doesn't make it the right or smart decision. So anyway, be careful with what you spend, especially if you're doing well. Don't tempt into like start go crazy buying stuff, because things go up and down. There be times. Hopefully, it's not going to happen to any of us that things might not be well, and we might might sort of overburden, and then we realize that we can't afford it, and things like that. Anyway, so basically, in summary, stay out of drug, please. I mean, we just have too much drugs going on in our country for a long time. I mean, just it's too crazy. And I know people say, hey, you have the right, with marijuana. I mean, yeah, I mean, it might be very harmless, but it might be people say it's my right to do it, but I don't think it's the right thing. That unless they make a reason to do it, it's apparently it's up to you. But you have to be responsible to yourself, and stop wasting time in your life playing with fire or bad stuff. Anyway, and the next thing is try to have a simple life, live a simple life. Don't go crazy buying stuff, doing stuff that later on, if things happen or things change, it can become liability. And when you're depressed, you want to maybe step out and do meditation, or go exercise, or take a little vacation, uh, you know go to a peaceful environment, a natural environment, in the national park, or or talk to go to churches and talk to your priests, whatever that will make you feel good. Because bad things happen, they come and go. Do not attach yourself to this event, because that's not you. Even though you feel like it's you, but they come and go. But if you get attached to it, you might get trapped, and emotionally you might get worse. And just like what happened, you might become really depressed and fight. A lot of people cannot find their ways out. So that is pretty sad. So hopefully, put comments down there if you have any more questions. I mean, it's just me, but I think it will work for anybody, regardless. And don't do drug. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll talk to you later.